It happened under the golden lights of my own company's ballroom. Crystal glasses clinked, laughter echoed, and my wife, my beautiful, ambitious wife, stood beside her boss, her hand grazing his arm just long enough to make my stomach twist. Then she said it, to the man who actually holds the power. The room laughed. She didn't even look at me. I smiled. Not the kind of smile that reaches the eyes. No, the kind that hides the storm behind it. They thought I didn't catch the emphasis, the sly pride in her tone. But I did, and the irony almost made me laugh because by the time her glass touched her lips, her boss had already signed the papers that would make that little toast his last one as CEO. He just didn't know it yet. I met Anna 7 years ago. She was all spark and ambition, everything I thought I wanted. I built my company from a desk in a rented apartment. She helped me host dinners, pitch charm to investors, fill in the spaces I didn't know needed filling. Together, we built an empire. Or so I thought. She said she believed in me, and maybe she did at first. But somewhere between our 5th anniversary and her first promotion, she stopped seeing me as a partner and started seeing me as a stepping stone. The first clue was a scent, his cologne on her jacket. The second, a tone, a softness she never used with me anymore. The third, an email. I wasn't even looking for it. She'd left her laptop open one morning, half-dressed, rushing to her urgent meeting. The subject line read, "About last night." I didn't open it. I didn't have to. I already knew. That was the morning I stopped being a husband and started being a strategist. Her boss, Richard Hale, ran a rival firm, a man I had admired, even learned from. He'd once told me, power isn't taken, it's transferred, when someone trusts you too much. He was right. So I took his advice and his company. It began with patience. I quietly started acquiring small firms, suppliers, subsidiaries, anything under Hale's umbrella. All legal, all silent. Anna was too busy traveling for work to notice the subtle shift in corporate control. Every signature, every handshake, every quiet transaction tightened the noose. She thought she was helping him rise. She was helping me bury him. Then came the board, the men who smiled for profit but sweated at the mention of scandal. I met them one by one, quietly over dinner, over golf, over hypotheticals. I showed them proof, documents, transfers, messages. I didn't tell them she was my wife. I didn't need to. By the time the Christmas gala arrived, I had 62% control of Hale and Company. The papers were finalized that afternoon. He had no idea that his signature on a strategic partnership had just merged him under my company. And Anna, she had no idea that when she raised that glass, she was toasting her own downfall. When the party ended, she came to me drunk on champagne and illusion. "You're quiet tonight," she said. "Just thinking," I replied. "About what?" "Power." She laughed, kissed my cheek, walked away. The next morning, the phone rang. I watched her answer, still half asleep, my coffee cooling on the table. "Hello." A pause. Her expression froze. "What do you mean the board just got an email?" Her eyes darted toward me. "From who?" I took a sip of my coffee. She didn't need to ask again. The email had gone out at 7 a.m. sharp to the board of directors, legal counsel, and Richard Hale himself. It contained records of insider trading traced to Hale's private accounts, copies of confidential files forwarded from Anna's email to his, and a list of companies, his companies, that were now legally mine. I didn't fake anything. I didn't need to. They'd been careless. Lust always is. The lawyers moved fast. The investigation faster. Hale's assets were frozen before lunch. His resignation was announced by dinner. As for Anna, her name surfaced in every thread, every attachment, every confidential exchange. Her career ended before she could even pack her office. By the next week, she was gone from every professional network she once flaunted. She didn't even try to deny it. She just looked at me one night, hollow-eyed, and whispered, "You planned this." I didn't answer. I just looked at her the way she had looked at me that night at the gala, like she didn't recognize me anymore. Hale called me once, said he wanted to talk like men. I told him we already had, through lawyers. He laughed, a dry, broken sound. "You used her." "No," I said. "You did. I just ended it." The house was quiet after she left, empty, but peaceful. Some nights I'd catch the echo of her laughter in the hallway, the one she used to disarm boardrooms, not hearts. I didn't miss her. I missed the version of her I thought was real. The difference between love and loyalty is time. Love fades. Loyalty doesn't. That's what she never understood. People ask me how I managed to stay calm that night at the party when she humiliated me in front of everyone. Simple. Because the game was already over. She just hadn't realized she'd already lost. Now her boss's office bears my name. The same walls, the same view, different king. I sometimes stand there with a glass of whiskey, look out at the city, and think of that toast to the man who actually holds the power. She wasn't wrong. She just picked the wrong man.